Hello everyone, and welcome. In today's DMV permit test review practice session, we'll go through 200 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first, choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Question 1. Allow room for vehicles merging onto the freeway by Option A. Abruptly slowing down to allow them access. Option B. Always driving in the far left lane. Option C. Safely merging out of the right lane to allow them access. Option D. Honking your horn to make them aware of your presence. The correct answer is option C. Safely merging out of the right lane to allow them access. Explanation. Most of the time, you should drive in the right or center lane of the freeway. However, when driving in the right lane while another vehicle is attempting to enter the freeway from a nearby ramp, safely merge into the next lane to allow them access. During rush hour, you should avoid driving the right lane to allow room for an increased number of drivers entering the freeway. Question 2. Which of the following is not a type of retarder? Option A. Exhaust. Option B. Engine. Option C. Air. Option D. Electric. The correct answer is option D. Electric. Explanation. Retarders are mechanisms in some vehicles that help slow a vehicle and reduce the need for braking. The four basic types of retarders are exhaust, engine, hydraulic, and electric. Question 3. Stress can affect your driving by Option A. Lowering your ability to focus on driving. Option B. Decreasing your chances of an accident. Option C. Causing you to fall asleep at the wheel. Option D. Making you more aware of others around you. The correct answer is option A. Lowering your ability to focus on driving. Explanation. Emotions can have a great effect on your driving ability. You may not be able to drive well if you are overly worried, excited, afraid, angry, or sad. Stress can lessen your concentration on the task of driving. It is better to wait to drive than to risk driving while you are emotionally unstable. Question 4. Which of the following lights indicates that you should slow down and proceed with caution at an intersection? Option A. A flashing yellow light. Option B. A flashing red light. Option C. A solid yellow light. Option D. A solid red light. The correct answer is option A. A flashing yellow light. Explanation. A flashing yellow traffic light at an intersection indicates that drivers must slow down, proceed with caution, and be prepared to stop. Question 5. A no stopping sign means that, unless directed to do so by a police officer, you may stop only. Option A. Long enough to unload packages. Option B. To avoid conflict with other traffic. Option C. To discharge passengers. Option D. For less than 5 minutes. The correct answer is option B. To avoid conflict with other traffic. Explanation. A no stopping sign means you can only stop to obey a traffic signal, to obey a police officer, or to prevent a conflict with another vehicle. Question 6. To turn left from multi-lane, one-way streets and highways, you should start from Option A. The middle of the intersection. Option B. The right lane. Option C. The left lane. Option D. Any lane. The correct answer is option C. The left lane. Explanation. To turn left from multi-lane streets and highways, start from the left lane. Question 7. When you see an emergency vehicle with flashing lights, you must Option A. Slow down and keep moving in your lane. Option B. Keep driving in your lane. Option C. Pull to the right curb and stop. Option D. Stop exactly where you are. The correct answer is option C. Pull to the right curb and stop. Explanation. When you see an emergency vehicle using its lights or hear it using its siren, you must immediately pull over to the curb or side of the road and stop. Question 8. If your tractor is equipped with ABS but your trailer is not, the ABS Option A will not be effective. Option B. will still improve your steering control. Option C will make jackknifing easier. Option D will allow others to see when you brake. The correct answer is option B, will still improve your steering control. Explanation. In a tractor-trailer combination, if the tractor is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS but the trailer is not, the ABS will still improve the driver's steering control. The driver should keep an eye on the trailer and let up on the brakes if the trailer begins to swing out. Question 9. It is illegal for a person 21 years of age or older to drive with a minimum blood alcohol concentration BAC of a Option A, 0.05%. Option B, 0.08%. Option C, 0.02%. Option D, 0.1%. The correct answer is option B, 0.08%. Explanation. For drivers aged 21 or older, it is illegal to operate a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol concentration BAC of 0.08% or higher. Driving while under the influence of alcohol is not only illegal, but dangerous. Question 10. If your gas pedal becomes stuck or jammed, you should Option A, shift into neutral. Option B, apply the brakes. Option C, pull off the road. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, apply the brakes. Explanation. If your gas pedal becomes stuck or jammed, you should shift your car into neutral, apply the brakes, and safely pull off the road. Once you've come to a stop, turn off the engine. If you cannot free the pedal so that it does not get stuck again, call for assistance and do not try to drive the car. Question 11. When you want to overtake and pass another vehicle, you should Option A, wait for a signal from the other driver. Option B, change lanes quickly so the other driver will see you. Option C, signal and pass when it is safe to do so. Option D, stay close behind the vehicle so you need less time to pass. The correct answer is option C, signal and pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation. If conditions are safe and legal for passing, check in your mirrors and signal your lane change. Before you pull into the left lane, look quickly over your left shoulder to make sure there is no vehicle in your blind spot. Question 12. Low beam headlights are effective for vehicles driving at speeds of up to Option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 25 miles per hour. Option C, 50 miles per hour. Option D, 70 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. Low beam headlamps are only effective when driving at speeds of up to 20 to 25 miles per hour. Avoid driving too fast for what you can see within your headlamps. Question 13. What does an anti-lock braking system ABS do? Option A, allow the rear wheels to lock up. Option B, allow all wheels to lock up. Option C, help prevent wheel lockup. Option D, alert other motorists when you are braking. The correct answer is option B, allow all wheels to lock up. Explanation. The purpose of an anti-lock braking system ABS is to prevent a vehicle's wheels from locking up when the driver brakes hard on a slippery surface. Question 14. Blocking is used to Option A, prevent cargo from shifting in transit. Option B, prevent cargo from being loaded too high. Option C, prevent cargo from being unloaded too quickly. Option D, prevent cargo from being unloaded easily. The correct answer is option A, prevent cargo from shifting in transit. Explanation. Locking and bracing are used to prevent cargo from sliding in transit. Question 15. You are waiting to turn left at a multi-lane intersection and opposing traffic is blocking your view. You should Option A, accelerate rapidly when the first lane you need to cross is clear. Option B, wait until you can see all the lanes you need to cross before going ahead with your turn. Option C, wait for an oncoming driver to wave you across the intersection. Option D, edge your car into each lane of opposing traffic as soon as it clears. The correct answer is option B. Wait until you can see all the lanes you need to cross before going ahead with your turn. Explanation. You should never start a left turn until you can see that all the lanes you need to cross are clear and that you can safely make the turn. Question 16. A chemical test is used to measure option A, reaction time, option B, blood alcohol content, option C, vision, option D, driving ability. The correct answer is option B, blood alcohol content. Explanation. Blood alcohol content (BAC) is normally determined by a chemical test of breath, blood, urine, or saliva. However, a chemical test is not necessary to prove that you were intoxicated or impaired. The testimony of a police officer about how you were driving, or your appearance and behavior when arrested, can provide enough evidence to convict you, even without a chemical test. Question 17. What should you do if your accelerator sticks while you are driving? Option A, reach down and attempt to pull it up. Option B, shift to park. Option C, shift to neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake. Option D, turn the engine off. The correct answer is option C, shift to neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake. Explanation. If your accelerator sticks while you are driving, keep your eyes on the road. Quickly shift the vehicle into neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake pedal. Pull off the road when it is safe to do so and turn off the engine. Question 18. The no zone is option A, a term used to describe blind spots around a truck or bus. Option B, a special speed zone. Option C, a roadway with restrictions on vehicle's stereo volume. Option D, the television show that replaced the Twilight Zone. The correct answer is option A, a term used to describe blind spots around a truck or bus. Explanation. A truck or bus has blind spots on each side, in the rear, and in the front. An automobile cannot be seen in these blind spots. These blind spots are referred to as the no zone. Question 19. An octagonal sign is always A. Option A, speed limit sign. Option B, stop sign. Option C, hospital sign. Option D, railroad warning sign. The correct answer is option B, stop sign. Explanation. Octagonal signs are always stop signs. Come to a complete stop when approaching a red, 8-sided sign. Question 20. It is important to be alert to motorcycles because option A, they are more difficult to see than cars. Option B, they rarely use their headlights. Option C, motorcyclists are less skilled drivers than other motorists. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A. They are more difficult to see than cars. Explanation. Motorcycles are smaller and harder to see than cars. Because of their size, they are easily hidden in a car's blind spot. It may be difficult to judge your distance to a motorcycle and difficult to tell how fast a motorcycle is moving. So always be alert and extra cautious when near a motorcyclist. Question 21. Roads are most slippery right after it begins to rain because of option A, the water mixes with oil and grease on the road. Option B, the roads are naturally slippery. Option C, the gravel gets washed to the middle of the lane. Option D, some tires are not designed for rain. The correct answer is option A. The water mixes with oil and grease on the road. Explanation. Roads are particularly slippery when it first begins to rain. The water mixes with oil drippings on the road that have not yet washed away, creating a slippery and dangerous mixture. Question 22. The controlled braking method is option A, when the driver locks the wheels and steers. Option B, when the driver uses the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Option C, when the driver only slightly taps the brakes. Option D, when the driver downshifts the gears to brake. The correct answer is option B, when the driver uses the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Explanation. The method of controlled braking involves applying the brakes as hard as you can without locking the wheels. If you need to make large steering adjustments while using controlled braking, You should remove your foot from the brake pedal, steer, then reapply the brakes. Question 23. Work zone signs meaning. Option A, it is summer. Option B, you must immediately stop and back up. Option C, less than ideal conditions are present for driving. Option D, you should drive faster to get out of the work zone. The correct answer is option D. You should drive faster to get out of the work zone. Explanation. Work zone signs are orange and indicate that some type of work is being performed on or alongside the roadway. Be extremely careful when you see these signs. Question 24. The standee line. Option A is a line on the floor of a bus that passengers may not cross. Option B is a single file line of standing passengers. Option C shows the maximum number of people allowed on a bus. Option D shows how tall the passengers on a bus may be. The correct answer is option A. Is a line on the floor of a bus that passengers may not cross. Explanation. While a bus is traveling, passengers may not stand any farther forward than the rear of the driver's seat. To mark this barrier, a bus that is designed to allow passengers to stand must have a 2-inch line on the floor or some other means of showing passengers where they cannot stand. This is known as the standee line. Question 25. When driving in heavy traffic, you should: Option A, use hands-free cellular devices. Option B, use your cell phone for texting instead of calling. Option C, not use your cell phone. Option D, turn up the ringer on your cell phone. The correct answer is option C, not use your cell phone. Explanation. Areas with heavy traffic, road construction, large numbers of pedestrians, or severe weather demand extra attention from a driver. The driver should avoid all possible distractions while in such areas, including cell phone use. Question 26. Drivers may not park within blank of a railroad crossing. Option A, 50 feet. Option B, 65 feet. Option C, 100 feet. Option D, 80 feet. The correct answer is option of 50 feet. Explanation. You should not park within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. An improperly parked vehicle may cause a crash. Question 27. When passing a motorcycle, you must: Option A, allow the motorcyclist the right half of a traffic lane. Option B, allow the motorcyclist the entire width of a traffic lane. Option C, begin moving past the motorcycle before your vehicle is entirely in the passing lane. Option D, not communicate with the motorcyclist. The correct answer is option B. Allow the motorcyclist the entire width of a traffic lane. Explanation. Give motorcyclists, bicyclists, and pedestrians plenty of space. Use extra caution when making turns or changing lanes near one of these road users. A motorcyclist is entitled to the entire width of a traffic lane. Question 28. When passing another vehicle, you should: Option A, make eye contact with the driver. Option B, assume the driver doesn't see you. Option C, honk your horn. Option D, wait for the other driver to signal that it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option B. Assume the driver doesn't see you. Explanation. Whenever you pass another driver, bicyclist, or pedestrian, you should assume as a precaution that they do not see you. Question 29. When driving at a speed that is faster than 45 miles per hour, a driver should maintain a following distance of at least: Option A, 4 seconds. Option B, 3 seconds. Option C, 2 seconds. Option D, 1 second. The correct answer is option A, 4 seconds. Explanation. It is important for a driver to maintain a space cushion around their vehicle at all times. When traveling under ideal driving conditions at a speed that is above 45 miles per hour, a driver should maintain a minimum following distance of 4 seconds. Question 30. Red pavement markings or reflectors indicate: Option A, increased speed limits. Option B, decreased speed limits. Option C, a no passing zone. Option D, A roadway that must not be entered. The correct answer is option D. A roadway that must not be entered. Explanation. Red pavement marking or reflectors indicate a roadway that must not be entered. If you are driving and see red reflectors or pavement markings, turn around. Question 31. Always signal when. Option A, changing lanes. Option B, pulling into or out of a parking space. Option C, pulling into traffic from an alley or parking area. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, changing lanes. Explanation. Always use the proper turn signal when changing lanes, pulling into or out of a parking space, or pulling into traffic from an alley or parking area. Communicate with other drivers on the road to help prevent accidents. Question 32. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates that drivers may park in the indicated area for only a specified amount of time. Option A, yellow. Option B, green. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option B, green. Explanation. Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted green, it indicates that drivers may park in the area for a limited amount of time, often specified by a nearby sign. Question 33. Curbs painted yellow indicated. Option A, designated free parking areas. Option B, paid parking areas. Option C, no parking zones. Option D, optional parking areas. The correct answer is option A, designated free parking areas. Explanation. Some restricted parking areas are designated by painted curbs. Curbs painted yellow may indicate a loading zone, a fire hydrant, or other restrictions prohibiting parking. Question 34. Before turning left, it is important to Option A, sound your horn. Option B, yield to oncoming vehicles. Option C, swing to the right side of your lane. Option D, wait until oncoming traffic has a red light. The correct answer is option B, yield to oncoming vehicles. Explanation. When turning left at a traffic signal, you must yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic. Question 35. A Class 7 hazardous material is Option A, explosive. Option B, flammable. Option C, radioactive. Option D, corrosive. The correct answer is option C, radioactive. Explanation. Radioactive materials are categorized as Class 7 hazardous materials. Question 36. When driving near light rail vehicles, always Option A, expect trains on any track at any time. Option B, pay attention and obey all traffic signs. Option C, be careful turning across train tracks. Option D, all of these. The correct answer is option C, be careful turning across train tracks. Explanation. When driving near a light rail system, you should expect trains on a track at any time. Always obey signs and traffic signals. Always look both ways before turning across train tracks. And don't cross train tracks unless you have enough room to cross without stopping and can clear the tracks to a safe distance. Question 37. Worn or bald tires. Option A, can make turning more difficult. Option B, are likely to hydroplane. Option C, can increase your stopping distance. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, can increase your stopping distance. Explanation. Worn or bald tires can increase your stopping distance and make turning more difficult. Tires without adequate tread also increase the risk of hydroplaning. Question 38. Crosswalks are Option A, always indicated by horizontal pavement markings. Option B, always indicated by vertical pavement markings. Option C, always unmarked. Option D, either indicated by pavement markings or are not marked at all. The correct answer is option C, always unmarked. Explanation. Crosswalks exist whether they are marked or unmarked. You must stop behind a crosswalk to allow any pedestrians to safely cross. Question 39. Unless it is posted otherwise, the speed limit in a residential area is Option A, 25 miles per hour. Option B, 20 miles per hour. Option C, 35 miles per hour. Option D, 15 miles per hour. The correct answer is option 25 miles per hour. Explanation. In a residential area, the speed limit is 25 miles per hour unless otherwise posted. Question 40. When you are planning to make a turn, you should activate your turn signals. Option A, only if there are other drivers following you. Option B, just as the front of your car reaches the intersection. Option C, 3 to 4 seconds before you reach the intersection. Option D, 2 car lengths before reaching the intersection. The correct answer is option C, 3 to 4 seconds before you reach the intersection. Explanation. To complete a turn safely, you should signal 3 to 4 seconds before turning. Question 41. When you park uphill on a street with a curb. Option A, keep the front wheels straight and set the parking brake. Option B, turn the front wheels away from the curb. Option C, turn the front wheels toward the curb. Option D, turn the back wheels into the curb. The correct answer is option B, turn the front wheels away from the curb. Explanation. When parking on an incline where there's a curb, you should turn your wheels sharply to the left, away from the curb. This way, if your brakes fail, your vehicle will not roll into traffic. Question 42. A flashing red signal means Option A, slow down. Option B, the same thing as a stop sign. Option C, caution, there may be danger. Option D, look both ways and then proceed. The correct answer is option B, the same thing as a stop sign. Explanation. Like a stop sign, a red flashing light at an intersection means that you must come to a complete stop before entering the intersection. If you are facing a red flashing light at an intersection at which cross traffic is not required to stop, you may proceed only when the intersection is clear and when you will not interfere with the right-of-way of cross traffic. Question 43. With a properly adjusted mirror, you can see Option A, only the lane beside you. Option B, only the lane behind you. Option C, the lane behind you and part of the lane next to you. Option D, everything behind and to the side of your motorcycle. The correct answer is option A, only the lane beside you. Explanation. You should adjust your mirrors so you can see the lane behind you and as much as possible of the lane next to you. Properly adjusted mirrors are an important part of remaining aware of your surroundings while on the road. Question 44. When driving through a work zone, it is a good safety practice to Option A, drive closely to the vehicle in front of you to keep traffic flowing freely. Option B, shorten your usual following distance by about 1/2. Option C, turn on your cruise control. Option D, double your usual following distance. The correct answer is option D, double your usual following distance. Explanation. The most common type of crash in work zones is the rear-end collision. To avoid this hazard, it is recommended that you double your following distance as you approach a work zone. Question 45. When changing lanes on a multi-lane roadway, you should Option A, honk your horn to let drivers behind you know you might not be able to see them. Option B, slow down to shrink your blind spot. Option C, look in your mirrors before staring straight ahead. Option D, none of these. The correct answer is option B, slow down to shrink your blind spot. Explanation. Before changing lanes on a multi-lane roadway, you should check your mirrors and blind spots. Check your blind spot by looking over your shoulder in the direction that you are moving. Question 46. If you are driving a slow-moving vehicle in a no-passing zone on a road with 2 lanes traveling in opposite directions, you should pull over to let others pass if Option A, 1 vehicle is behind you. Option B, 2 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Option C. 5 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Option D. The road is posted with slow-moving vehicle signs. The correct answer is option B. 2 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Explanation. If you are driving a slow-moving vehicle on a 2-lane road where it is unsafe to pass and 5 or more vehicles are in a line behind you, you must pull over and stop to let them pass, if it is safe for you to do so. Question 47. When making a right turn at an intersection with a solid red light, you should: Option A. Activate your turn signal and immediately turn. Option B. Wait and turn right only after the light changes to green. Option C. Come to a complete stop, yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic, and turn right after the lane is clear. Option D. Activate your hazard lights and turn right. The correct answer is option C. Come to a complete stop, yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic, and turn right after the lane is clear. Explanation. Unless posted signs prohibit a turn, you may turn right on a solid red light at an intersection that joins two-way streets. You may turn either right or left on a solid red light at an intersection that joins two one-way streets. You must stop and yield to all pedestrians and oncoming traffic before making one of these turns. Question 48. The driver's left arm and hand are extended upward. This hand signal means that the driver plans to: Option A. Turn left. Option B. Turn right. Option C. Come to a stop. Option D. Go straight ahead. The correct answer is option B. Turn right. Explanation. If a driver's left arm and hand are extended upward, they are indicating that they intend to turn right. Adjust your driving accordingly if following a driver who is using this hand signal. Question 49. If confronted by an aggressive driver, you should: Option A. Try to get out of their way. Option B. Avoid making eye contact. Option C. Ignore their hand gestures. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. Try to get out of their way. Explanation. If confronted by an aggressive driver, the most important thing to do is try to get out of their way. Avoid making eye contact with the driver and do not let yourself be provoked by gestures. Do not try to challenge aggressive drivers by speeding up. Question 50. If the spring brakes are activated, you should never: Option A. Push down the brake pedal. Option B. Open the hood. Option C. Release air from the air storage tanks. Option D. Open the door to the cab. The correct answer is option A. Push down the brake pedal. Explanation. Never apply the brake pedal if your spring brakes are activated. Brakes can be damaged if they are subject to both springs and air pressure. Question 51. The brake pedal is part of which braking system? Option A. The service brake system. Option B. The parking brake system. Option C. The emergency brake system. Option D. The auxiliary brake system. The correct answer is option A. The service brake system. Explanation. The service brake system applies and releases the brakes when a driver presses the brake pedal while driving normally. Question 52. Always signal when: Option A. Changing lanes. Option B. Pulling into or out of a parking space. Option C. Pulling into traffic from a parking area or alley. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option B. Pulling into or out of a parking space. Explanation. Your turn signal should always be used when you make any movement to the left or right. You should use your signal when pulling into traffic from a curbside parking space, moving into a new lane, or passing another vehicle. Question 53. It is important to frequently check the traffic behind you when: Option A. Changing lanes. Option B. Driving down steep hills. Option C. Slowing down. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. Changing lanes. Explanation. Check the traffic behind your vehicle no less than once every 10 seconds. It is important to know what surrounding traffic is doing while you are changing lanes, backing up, slowing down, or driving down steep hills. Question 54. What is traction? Option A. Friction between the tires and road. Option B. How quickly tires rotate. Option C. The length of time it takes to brake. Option D. A fuel stop. The correct answer is option A. Friction between the tires and road. Explanation. Friction between the tires and the road is referred to as traction. Traction is necessary to steer or brake a vehicle. Question 55. During an applied leakage test, the maximum leakage rate for a triple combination vehicle is option A 10 psi in a minute, option B 8 psi in a minute, option C 6 psi in a minute, option D 4 psi in a minute. The correct answer is option C 6 psi in a minute. Explanation. It is important to know the maximum air loss rate that is safe for your specific vehicle. A triple combination should have a leakage rate no higher than 6 psi in a minute during an applied leakage test. Question 56. Test the tractor protection valve buyer. Option A. Removing the air supply knob. Option B. Removing the parking brake control knob. Option C. Releasing air with the brake pedal. Option D. Releasing air with the gas pedal. The correct answer is option C. Releasing air with the brake pedal. Explanation. You should test the tractor protection valve by allowing the air supply to properly charge, turning off the engine, then releasing air from the system by pressing the brake pedal several times. The tractor protection valve should move into its emergency position when side drops to an unsafe level. Question 57. When approaching a railroad crossing, option A. You will likely be able to outdrive a train. Option B. You should not rely only on warning signals. Option C. You should roll a window down to listen for an approaching train. Option D. You should only worry about the track closest to your vehicle. The correct answer is option B. You should not rely only on warning signals. Explanation. You should never rely only on warning signals to alert you to an approaching train. Never try to race a train to a crossing. If there are multiple tracks at a crossing, be sure to check all tracks in both directions before starting to cross. Question 58. The best way to avoid hydroplaning is to option A. Keep your tires properly maintained. Option B. Slow down when roads are wet or slushy. Option C. Watch out for standing water or puddles. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option B. Slow down when roads are wet or slushy. Explanation. When roads are wet, cars take a longer distance to stop and may skid on quick turns. Do not use cruise control when driving under wet or icy conditions. Reduce your speed and drive with caution. Question 59. You should turn on your headlights. Option A. 1/2 hour after sunset. Option B. 1/2 hour after sunrise. Option C. When parked at a school. Option D. When stopped at a railroad crossing. The correct answer is option A. 1/2 hour after sunset. Explanation. Headlights must be used 1/2 hour after sunset until 1/2 hour before sunrise, when windshield wipers are being used due to rain or snow, and in any other situation when visibility is less than 500 feet. Auxiliary lights are never an appropriate substitute for headlights. Question 60. Crosswalks are option A. Always indicated by horizontal pavement markings. Option B. Always indicated by vertical pavement markings. Option C. Always unmarked. Option D. Either indicated by pavement markings or are not marked at all. The correct answer is option C. Always unmarked. Explanation. Crosswalks exist whether the boundaries are marked or unmarked. You must stop behind a crosswalk to allow pedestrians to cross. Question 61. When a truck driver behind you wants to pass your vehicle, option A. Your speed should remain steady or decrease. Option B, you should stop. Option C, you should change lanes. Option D, your speed should increase.
The correct answer is option D.
Your speed should increase.
Explanation.
When a truck passes your vehicle, you will make it easier and safer for the truck driver if you reduce your speed slightly and then keep your reduced speed steady. In any event, do not increase your speed while the truck is passing you.
Question 62. To pass a slow-moving vehicle on a two-lane, two-way road, you must...
Option A, not cross the center line. Option B, flash your lights at oncoming traffic. Option C, use the shoulder. Option D, use the lane that belongs to oncoming traffic.
The correct answer is option D. Use the lane that belongs to oncoming traffic. Explanation. Passing on a two-lane, two-way road requires good judgment because you must use the lane belonging to oncoming traffic to complete your pass.
Only pass if you may safely and legally do so.
Question 63. To cross tracks that run parallel to your lane, you should...
Option A, edge gradually across the tracks. Option B, cross the tracks at a 90-degree angle. Option C, move away from the tracks, turn, and cross at an angle of at least 45 degrees. Option D, wait for the tracks to end.
The correct answer is option C.
Move away from the tracks, turn, and cross at an angle of at least 45 degrees.
Explanation. To safely cross trolley tracks, railroad tracks, ruts, or pavement seems running parallel to your lane, move to a lane position that will allow you to cross them at an angle of at least 45 degrees.
Then make a quick, sharp turn. If you try to edge across, the tracks or seam could catch your tires and throw you off balance.
Question 64.
When making a turn, you must blank your speed.
Option A, increase.
Option B, maintain. Option C, vary.
Option D, reduce. The correct answer is option B, maintain. Explanation. When turning, you should reduce to a speed that allows you to maintain control of your vehicle, stay in your lane, and react to unexpected situations. Question 65.
In which situation is it illegal to pass another vehicle on the right? Option A, the vehicle you are overtaking is driving below the speed limit and you must use the shoulder of the road to pass. Option B, you are on a two-lane, one-way road and the vehicle you are overtaking has stalled. Option C, you are on a multi-lane highway and the vehicle you are overtaking is driving below the speed limit. Option D, you are on a two-lane, two-way road and the vehicle you are overtaking is turning left.
The correct answer is option A.
The vehicle you are overtaking is driving below the speed limit and you must use the shoulder of the road to pass.
Explanation.
Under no circumstances may you leave the roadway to pass another vehicle. Only pass on the right where it is safe and legal to do so.
Question 66.
After starting the engine, oil pressure should reach a normal level. Option A, within a few seconds. Option B, after about a minute. Option C, after about 4 minutes. Option D, within 10 minutes of driving.
The correct answer is option A.
Within a few seconds.
Explanation. After you start the engine, keep an eye on the gauges.
Oil pressure should rise to a normal level within a few seconds of the engine being started.
Question 67.
On which side of a vehicle should drivers maintain a space cushion? Option A, only to the front of the vehicle. Option B, only to the back of the vehicle. Option C, only to the left and right of the vehicle. Option D, all sides of the vehicle.
The correct answer is option D.
All sides of the vehicle.
Explanation. The only way you can be sure you will have enough time to react to the movements of other drivers is by leaving plenty of space between your car and the cars around you.
In general, you should try to keep a cushion of space on all sides of your motor vehicle.
Question 68.
If your car starts to skid, turn your steering wheel. Option A, to keep the front wheels straight. Option B, in the direction you want the vehicle to go. Option C, in the opposite direction of the skid. Option D, in any direction.
It doesn't matter. The correct answer is option B.
In the direction you want the vehicle to go.
Explanation.
If your vehicle goes into a skid, you should turn the steering wheel in the direction you want the vehicle to go. As soon as the vehicle begins to straighten out, turn the steering wheel back the other way.
Question 69.
A small vehicle may begin to float in only blank of water. Option A, 1 foot. Option B, 2 inches. Option C, 6 inches. Option D, 2 feet.
The correct answer is option C, 6 inches. Explanation.
Be careful to avoid driving through flooded areas. A small vehicle may begin to float in as little as 6 inches of standing water. Deeper water may cause a vehicle to be washed away.
Question 70. Passing is not allowed within blank of a railroad crossing.
Option A, 500 feet. Option B, 100 feet. Option C, 200 feet. Option D, 300 feet.
The correct answer is option B, 100 feet. Explanation.
Passing is not permitted within 100 feet of a railroad crossing. Be sure to only pass where other drivers can clearly see your vehicle.
Question 71.
Drivers entering a roundabout or traffic circle. Option A, must always stop before entering. Option B, must yield to drivers already in the roundabout or traffic circle. Option C, have the right of way if there is 1 lane. Option D, have the right of way if there are 2 lanes.
The correct answer is option B.
Must yield to drivers already in the roundabout or traffic circle.
Explanation.
Drivers entering a roundabout or traffic circle must yield the right of way to drivers already in the circle. Question 72. When changing lanes you should not. Option A, check your side and rearview mirrors. Option B, give a turn signal to signal your intentions. Option C, check for other drivers who may be moving into the same lane as you. Option D, use your cell phone to contact the police to determine if the road ahead is clear.
The correct answer is option A.
Check your side and rearview mirrors.
Explanation.
Before changing lanes, check your side and rearview mirrors for traffic approaching you from behind.
Use your turn signal to let other drivers know you plan to change lanes.
Check for other drivers who also may be moving into the same lane. Question 73. You are waiting in the intersection to complete a left turn.
You sure?
Option A, signal and keep your wheels turned to the left. Option B, signal and keep your wheels straight. Option C, flash your headlights so drivers will let you through. Option D, drive around the rear of a car if it blocks you.
The correct answer is option B.
Signal and keep your wheels straight.
Explanation.
You must always signal before turning or changing lanes.
You should keep your wheels straight while waiting to make a left turn.
If another vehicle hits you from behind, this ensures that you will not be pushed into oncoming traffic.
Question 74.
When you are parallel parking, it is usually best to Option A, give a right signal on the approach, drive past the space and stop, then back into the space. Option B, park your vehicle within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the road. Option C, center your vehicle inside the space to give surrounding cars room to maneuver. Option D, all of the above.
The correct answer is option B.
Park your vehicle within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the road.
Explanation. When parallel parking, turn on your right signal and stop, pulling even with the car in front of where you want to park, then back into the space.
Park within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the road. Be sure to center your car in the space to allow surrounding vehicles room to maneuver. Question 75. Round signs indicate Option A, no passing zones. Option B, school zones. Option C, hospitals. Option D, upcoming railroad crossings.
The correct answer is option D.
Upcoming railroad crossings.
Explanation. A round sign warns road users about an upcoming railroad crossing area.
Riders should use extra caution when approaching a railroad crossing. Question 76. Traffic signals sometimes display arrows to control turns from specific lanes. A solid red arrow. Option A is never used as a traffic signal. Option B has the same meaning as a circular red traffic light. Option C means that drivers may turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Option D means that the traffic the arrow is pointing toward must stop.
The correct answer is option D.
Means that the traffic the arrow is pointing toward must stop.
Explanation.
A solid red arrow in a traffic signal means the same thing as a circular red traffic light. When an arrow is red, traffic in the indicated lane must stop and may not turn in the direction that the arrow is pointing. Question 77.
Where may a motorcycle operator use a complete traffic lane?
Option A, only on rural highways. Option B, only on city streets. Option C, on all highways and streets where motorcycles are allowed.
Option D, nowhere.
Motorcyclists must share lanes with other drivers.
The correct answer is option C.
On all highways and streets where motorcycles are allowed.
Explanation.
Motorcyclists are entitled to a complete traffic lane on every roadway where motorcycles are allowed to be operated. However, operators of motorcycles and mopeds may choose to drive two abreast in a single lane. Question 78. How long does it take alcohol to reach the brain after being consumed? Option A, minutes.
Option B, 1 hour. Option C, 2 hours.
Option D, a day.
The correct answer is option A, minutes. Explanation.
Alcohol does not need to be digested. It enters the bloodstream rapidly and reaches the brain within minutes of being consumed. Question 79.
You plan to make a right turn after stopping at an intersection. Usually it is best to
Option A, signal for the traffic coming from behind to drive around you. Option B, turn from the center portion of the lane. Option C, turn from the right portion of the lane. Option D, turn from the left portion of the lane.
The correct answer is option C.
Turn from the right portion of the lane.
Explanation. You should maintain a central lane position when preparing to turn at an intersection.
This will discourage drivers from trying to squeeze into your lane next to you before you complete your turn.
Question 80.
When your mirrors are properly adjusted, you should see Option A, the lane behind you and the lane next to you. Option B, only behind your motorcycle. Option C, only next to your motorcycle. Option D, the front of your helmet.
The correct answer is option A, the lane behind you and the lane next to you. Explanation. Adjust your mirrors so you can see the lane behind you and as much as possible of the lane next to you. When properly adjusted, a mirror may show the edge of your arm or shoulder, but it's the road behind you and to the side of you that is most important. Question 81. To inspect slack adjusters on SCAM brakes, you need to
Option A, park on a hill and test the brakes. Option B, put on gloves and push in the slack adjusters. Option C, remove the drum and look inside. Option D, chock the wheels and disengage the parking brake.
The correct answer is option B.
Put on gloves and push in the slack adjusters.
Explanation.
Check each slack adjuster after parking on level ground, setting wheel chocks, and disengaging the parking brake. Pull the slack adjusters to make sure they do not move more than about 1 inch from where the push rod is attached. If they move more than 1 inch, they may be out of adjustment and will need to be fixed.
Question 82.
On a road which has no sidewalks, a pedestrian should walk on the Option A, side of the road which is the lightest traffic. Option B, same side of the road on which traffic is moving. Option C, side of the road facing oncoming traffic. Option D, side of the road which is the heaviest traffic.
The correct answer is option C.
Side of the road facing oncoming traffic.
Explanation.
Pedestrians should walk on the side of the road facing the traffic in the lane nearest them.
Question 83.
In the hazardous materials table, column 2 lists Option A, the names of materials. Option B, where materials originate. Option C, special provisions for materials. Option D, materials manufacturers.
The correct answer is option A, The names of materials. Explanation.
Column 2 of the hazardous materials table lists the proper shipping names and descriptions of regulated materials.
Question 84.
When driving on wet roads, you should: Option A, increase your following distance to 5 or 6 seconds. Option B, decrease your following distance to 2 seconds. Option C, not be concerned about your following distance. Option D, maintain the 4-second following distance rule.
The correct answer is option A.
Increase your following distance to 5 or 6 seconds.
Explanation.
When roads become wet, you should increase your following distance to 5 or 6 seconds.
Question 85.
Certain highway signs require drivers to obey an indicated instruction. Such signs are known as Option A, regulatory signs. Option B, warning signs. Option C, information signs. Option D, guide signs.
The correct answer is option A.
Regulatory signs.
Explanation.
Regulatory signs require drivers to obey an indicated instruction. Failure to comply is subject to penalty.
Question 86.
When looking through a turn, you should: Option A, turn both your head and your shoulders to get a better look. Option B, turn just your head, not your shoulders. Option C, use only your mirrors. Option D, only move your eyes, not your head.
The correct answer is option B.
Turn just your head, not your shoulders.
Explanation.
When turning, look through the turn to where you want to go. Turn just your head, not your shoulders, and keep your eyes level with the horizon. Question 87.
When parallel parking, you should park within blank inches of the curb.
Option A, 10. Option B, 12. Option C, 18. Option D, 24.
The correct answer is option C, 18. Explanation.
When parallel parking your vehicle, your wheels should be within 18 inches of the curb. Only park where you will not be disruptive to traffic and where drivers can clearly see your vehicle from every direction.
Question 88.
When entering an expressway, you should: Option A, bring your vehicle to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Option B, avoid coming to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Option C, assume other drivers will make space for your vehicle. Option D, bring your vehicle to a complete stop before entering the highway if no other vehicles are present.
The correct answer is option B. Avoid coming to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Explanation. Unless absolutely necessary, you should always avoid bringing your vehicle to a complete stop before entering a high-speed expressway. Enter the expressway and merge with other traffic as safely as possible. Question 89.
If you are driving near a motorcycle, you must: Option A, allow the motorcycle to use a complete lane. Option B, drive on the shoulder beside the motorcycle. Option C, allow the motorcycle to use only half of a lane. Option D, pass using the same lane as the motorcycle.
The correct answer is option A.
Allow the motorcycle to use a complete lane.
Explanation.
A motorcycle is a full-size vehicle with the same privileges as any other vehicle on the roadway.
You should allow a motorcyclist a full lane width.
Although it may seem as though there is enough room in the traffic lane for a larger vehicle and a motorcycle, remember that the motorcycle needs room to maneuver safely.
Question 90.
When traveling down a steep downgrade, Option A, the air brake should be used. Option B, shift into lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine. Option C, the vehicle should be continually downshifted in the place of using the brakes. Option D, the vehicle should be driven on the shoulder.
The correct answer is option B.
Shift into a lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine.
Explanation. On a downgrade, the braking effect of the engine should be your primary method of controlling speed. Shift down to a lower gear before starting down the hill and save the brakes for additional slowing or stopping that may be required by road or traffic conditions. Question 91. What are the colors of signs that tell you the distance to the next exit on a highway?
Option A, yellow with black letters. Option B, black with white letters. Option C, red with white letters. Option D, green with white letters.
The correct answer is option D,
green with white letters.
Explanation.
Signs providing information about destinations are green with white letters or symbols.
Question 92.
You are making a left turn from a two-way street onto a one-way street.
When you have completed the turn, your car should be
Option A, in the right lane of the street. Option B, in the center of the street. Option C, in the left lane of the street. Option D, in the lane with the least traffic.
The correct answer is option C,
in the left lane of the street.
Explanation. If you are turning left from a two-way street onto a one-way street, you should complete the turn into the lane closest to the lane you have just left. Question 93.
If your vehicle is equipped with airbags, you should Option A, move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel.
Option B, buckle up.
Option C, tilt the steering wheel downward, if possible, so the airbag points toward your chest instead of your head or neck. Option D, all of the above.
The correct answer is option A.
Move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel.
Explanation.
If your vehicle is equipped with airbags, you should still buckle up and make sure that your passengers do the same. You should move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. If possible, tilt the wheel downward so that it points toward your chest instead of toward your head and neck.
Question 94.
A yellow and black diamond-shaped sign. Option A warns you about conditions on or near the road. Option B helps direct you to cities and towns ahead. Option C tells you about traffic laws and regulations. Option D tells you about road construction ahead.
The correct answer is option A.
Warns you about conditions on or near the road.
Explanation.
Warning signs, which tell you about conditions on or near the road ahead, are usually diamond-shaped with black symbols or words on a yellow background.
Question 95. When traveling on a multi-lane roadway with traffic moving in opposite directions, how should drivers use the shared center lane?
Option A, to pass other vehicles.
Option B, to slow down or stop before turning left.
Option C is a through traffic lane when traffic is moving too slowly. Option D, as a parking lane.
The correct answer is option C, as a through traffic lane when traffic is moving too slowly. Explanation.
The only time a vehicle should enter the center lane is at a point where the vehicle will have time to slow down or stop in order to make a safe left turn maneuver.
The center lane should never be used as a passing lane or as a through traffic lane. Question 96.
As a pedestrian, you should Option A, always insist on the right-of-way over a vehicle when using a crosswalk. Option B, never enter a street or crosswalk when vehicles are approaching. Option C, enter a crosswalk at any time because it is the vehicle driver's responsibility to stop. Option D, use crosswalks only if they are convenient.
The correct answer is option B.
Never enter a street or crosswalk when vehicles are approaching.
Explanation.
Pedestrians should not enter a street or crosswalk when vehicles are approaching. Though pedestrians have the right-of-way in crosswalks, a vehicle approaching from a close distance may not have the time to stop before entering the crosswalk. Question 97. You should be cautious when passing a bicycle because Option A, you are moving faster than the bicycle. Option B, the bicycle always has the right-of-way.
Option C, oncoming traffic may not see you pull out to pass the bicycle.
Option D, the cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road.
The correct answer is option D. The cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. Explanation. You should always be cautious when passing a bicycle because the cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road.
Always be particularly careful when driving near bicyclists. Question 98. When merging onto a freeway, it is usually best to
Option A, Proceed slowly while waiting for an opening.
Option B. Accelerate to a speed that is faster than the speed of traffic. Option C. Turn on your hazard lights until safely on the freeway.
Option D. Accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic. The correct answer is option D. Accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic. Explanation. When entering a freeway, use the on-ramp to accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic so you can blend in smoothly and safely. Entering traffic must yield to traffic already on the freeway.
Question 99. If you are involved in an accident and the accident scene is not readily visible to oncoming traffic, you should: Option A. Have someone warn approaching traffic. Option B. Let oncoming traffic watch out for themselves.
Option C. Let the police handle everything.
Option D. Assume other drivers will have heard the crash.
The correct answer is option A.
Have someone warn approaching traffic.
Explanation.
If you are involved in an accident and the accident scene is not readily visible to oncoming traffic, you should warn oncoming traffic. Have someone warn approaching drivers to prevent further damage. Keep a flashlight and flares in your vehicle for emergency use. Question 100.
When passing another vehicle on a road with two lanes traveling in opposite directions, you should:
Option A. Return to the driving lane when there's enough room between you and the vehicle you passed. Option B. Remain in the left lane if you intend to turn left. Option C. Return to the right side of the roadway immediately. Option D. Drive in either lane.
The correct answer is option A.
Return to the driving lane when there's enough room between you and the vehicle you passed.
Explanation.
When passing another vehicle on a two-lane roadway, you must return to the right side of the roadway when there's enough room between you and the vehicle you have passed. Question 101.
On a wet road, you should reduce your speed.
Option A. By about 1/2.
Option B. By about 1/3.
Option C. By about 1/4. Option D. By about 1/8.
The correct answer is option B. By about 1/3. Explanation. You should reduce your speed by about 1/3 when driving on a wet road. It can be difficult to stop or turn when operating on a slippery surface, so you must adjust your speed to drive safely under such conditions. Question 102. You may turn right on a solid red traffic light.
Option A. When there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Option B. Before pedestrians have crossed any intersecting crosswalks. Option C. Before coming to a complete stop. Option D. After coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection.
The correct answer is option D.
After coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection.
Explanation. You may turn right on a solid red light after coming to a full stop.
You may only turn if it is safe to do so and if there is no sign prohibiting the turn. Yield to cross traffic and pedestrians. Question 103. When encountering an aggressive driver, you should: Option A. Avoid eye contact. Slow down and let them pass. Option B. Cut them off to slow them down.
Option C. Retaliate by tailgating them.
Option D. Make sure they know you disapprove of their behavior.
The correct answer is option A.
Avoid eye contact. Slow down and let them pass.
Explanation. If another driver is threatening you or intentionally driving dangerously around you, remain calm and try to put as much distance between the two of you as possible.
Slow down and let them pass. Do not make eye contact and do not make obscene gestures. Question 104.
When parallel parking, you may not park farther than blank inches from the curb.
Option A 10. Option B 12. Option C 15. Option D 18.
The correct answer is option D 18. Explanation.
When parallel parking, your vehicle should be 18 inches from the curb or closer. Always park in a place that is visible to drivers coming from both directions. Question 105.
About blank of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol.
Option A 60%. Option B 38%. Option C 24%. Option D, 10%.
The correct answer is option B, 38%. Explanation.
Drinking and driving is both illegal and dangerous. About 38% of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Question 106. Alcohol enters the bloodstream and quickly reaches the brain. What is affected first? Option A, judgment. Option B, speech. Option C, balance. Option D, vision.
The correct answer is option A, judgment. Explanation.
Alcohol begins to affect a person's judgment and decision-making abilities long before the legal blood alcohol limit is reached. Question 107. You are driving on a highway divided by two solid yellow lines.
You may
Option A, cross these lines only to make a left turn into or from an alley, private road, or driveway. Option B, cross these lines to pass other vehicles, but only if there is no oncoming traffic. Option C, cross these lines under no circumstances. Option D, cross these lines only to make a U-turn.
The correct answer is option A.
Cross these lines only to make a left turn into or from an alley, private road, or driveway.
Explanation.
Double solid yellow lines are used to mark roadways where passing is prohibited from both directions. You may cross these lines only to make a left turn into or from an alley, private road, or driveway. Question 108. Compared to driving during the day, driving at night is Option A, less dangerous. Option B, no more or less dangerous. Option C, more dangerous. Option D, easier on your eyes.
The correct answer is option C, more dangerous. Explanation.
Driving at night is more dangerous than driving during the day for several reasons. It is harder to see in the dark. You may be temporarily blinded by the glare from other vehicles' lights, and there are likely to be more drivers on the road who are tired or under the influence.
Question 109.
Headlights must be used. Option A, after 6 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option B, after 7 p.m. and before 8 a.m. Option C, after 8 p.m. and before 7 a.m. during daylight savings time. Option D, from sunset to sunrise.
The correct answer is option D,
from sunset to sunrise.
Explanation. You must have your headlights turned on when driving from a half hour after sunset until a half hour before sunrise.
Turn on your headlights when driving in lower visibility situations. Question 110. You are involved in an accident and another person is injured.
You sure?
Option A, move the injured away from the scene immediately. Option B, always leave the injured where they are. Option C, not move the injured unnecessarily.
Keep the injured warm and administer first aid.
Option D, stay away from the injured.
The correct answer is option C,
not move the injured unnecessarily.
Keep the injured warm and administer first aid. Explanation.
After an accident, do not move the injured unnecessarily. Unskilled handling can make serious injuries out of minor ones. Keep the injured warm until skilled help arrives. If there is severe bleeding, attempt to stop the flow of blood with direct pressure.
Question 111.
A driver can legally pass on the right side of another vehicle. Option A, if the vehicle is waiting to turn left and there is an available passing lane. Option B, even if it means driving off the pavement. Option C, on a narrow bridge. Option D, at any time.
The correct answer is option A.
If the vehicle is waiting to turn left and there's an available passing lane.
Explanation.
If there is an available passing lane, you may pass on the right of a vehicle or bicycle that is turning left or waiting to turn left. It is also legal to pass on the right when driving on a multi-lane road with 2 or more lanes traveling in the same direction.
You may never drive off the pavement or main traveled portion of the road to pass another vehicle.
Question 112. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates that only short parking stops are permitted.
Option A, yellow.
Option B, blue. Option C, white. Option D, red.
The correct answer is option C,
White.
explanation.
Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted white, it indicates that only short stops are permitted. Question 113. Lanes of traffic moving in opposite directions are divided by blank lines.
Option A, white.
Option B, red. Option C, black.
Option D, yellow. The correct answer is option D, yellow. Explanation. Yellow lines are used to divide traffic moving in opposite directions.
Question 114. Which of the following is not a good safety tip? Option A, slow to a safe speed before turning. Option B, when turning, lean in the direction you wish to go. Option C, avoid dragging your feet on the roadway. Option D, avoid looking at other vehicles.
The correct answer is option A,
Slow to a safe speed before turning.
explanation.
Slow to a safe speed before beginning a turn and lean in the direction of the turn. Don't drag your feet on the roadway, as you could lose control if they catch on something. Always scan the roadway for other traffic. Question 115. If your front wheel skids as a result of braking, you should: Option A, keep the front brake engaged. Option B, release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly. Option C, release the front brake and only use the rear brake. Option D, release both brakes and coast to a stop.
The correct answer is option B,
Release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly.
explanation.
If your front wheel locks as a result of braking, you should release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly.
Question 116. A cardboard box on a road.
Option A, is not considered a hazard. Option B, should be avoided by driving off the roadway. Option C, could damage vehicle parts. Option D, will improve tires' traction.
The correct answer is option C, could damage vehicle parts. Explanation. Any foreign object on the road is potentially dangerous.
For example, something seemingly harmless, such as a cardboard box or paper sack, could contain a hard or heavy object that could do serious damage to a vehicle. Question 117.
You can practice driving with a valid learner permit.
Option A, between 12:01 am and 5 am. Option B, between 9 am and 9 p.m. Option C, between 5 am and 11 p.m.
Option D, anytime. The correct answer is option C,
between 5 am and 11 p.m.
Explanation.
A person with a valid learner permit may not drive between 11 o'clock p.m. and 5 o'clock am. Question 118. At an intersection, a signal showing a green arrow and a red light means: Option A, you may safely turn in the direction of the arrow. Option B, stop, then proceed straight through the intersection. Option C, stop, even if turning in the direction of the green arrow. Option D, all traffic must turn in the direction of the arrow.
The correct answer is option A, you may safely turn in the direction of the arrow. Explanation.
A green arrow means that you can safely turn in the direction of the arrow. If other vehicles or pedestrians are already in the intersection, you must yield the right-of-way before turning. Question 119. A vehicle equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS uses a blank light to warn that the system is not working properly. Option A, green.
Option B, yellow.
Option C, orange.
Option D, white. The correct answer is option B, yellow. Explanation. Anti-lock braking system ABS malfunction lamps are usually yellow.
Even if the ABS isn't working properly, a driver will still have access to the vehicle's usual braking functions. Question 120. When driving on slippery roads, you should: Option A, use alternate routes. Option B, drive as you would on dry roads. Option C, increase your following distance. Option D, avoid crossing bridges or intersections.
The correct answer is option C, increase your following distance. Explanation.
On slippery roads, you should increase your following distance. It may take more time to stop your vehicle than it would under normal conditions.
Question 121.
Drivers entering an interstate from an entrance ramp must: Option A, slow down. Option B, turn around if another vehicle is in the lane. Option C, yield to traffic already on the highway.
Option D, merge without looking. The correct answer is option C, yield to traffic already on the highway. Explanation.
Drivers entering an interstate from an entrance ramp must yield the right-of-way to traffic already on the highway. Question 122. When driving in rain, you must Option A, use low-beam headlights. Option B, use high-beam headlights. Option C, use parking lights. Option D, use no lights.
The correct answer is option A,
use low-beam headlights.
Explanation.
In rainy conditions, you should use your low-beam headlights. Question 123.
Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in school zones is
Option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 20 miles per hour. Option C, 30 miles per hour. Option D, 50 miles per hour.
The correct answer is option B, 20 miles per hour. Explanation. Unless posted otherwise, your speed is not reasonable and proper if you drive at speeds faster than 20 miles per hour in a school zone. Drivers should exercise caution when driving in an area with an increased likelihood of children or other pedestrians entering traffic. Question 124.
When following a car at night, you can see the road more easily by: Option A, increasing your following distance and turning off your headlight. Option B, using the headlights of the vehicle ahead. Option C, passing the car and using your high beam. Option D, dropping far back and using your high beam.
The correct answer is option C,
passing the car and using your high beam.
Explanation. When following a car at night, take advantage of the area illuminated by its headlights to help you see as far ahead as possible.
Your high beam should not be used when following or meeting a car. Question 125. When driving at night, slow down and Option A, use high beams whenever there are no oncoming vehicles. Option B, use sunglasses to reduce glare from headlights. Option C, use your high beams if it is also raining. Option D, use your dome light to help you see your speedometer.
The correct answer is option A,
use high beams whenever there are no oncoming vehicles.
Explanation.
By law, your vehicle's headlights must be turned on from a half hour after sunset until a half hour before sunrise. You should use your high beams whenever there are no oncoming vehicles.
Question 126.
Drivers entering an intersection to turn left. Option A, can wait in the intersection until they can turn left. Option B, can wait in the intersection until the light turns yellow before turning left. Option C, must wait for the green arrow before turning left.
Option D, must not enter an intersection unless they can get through it without having to stop. The correct answer is option D, must not enter an intersection unless they can get through it without having to stop. Explanation. Drivers must not enter an intersection unless they can get through it without having to stop.
When turning left, you should wait until oncoming traffic and pedestrians clear so you are not blocking the intersection when the light turns red. Question 127. An arrow painted on the pavement means: Option A, drivers in the proper lane may make the movement indicated by the arrow if they choose to do so. Option B, drivers in the proper lane must make the movement indicated by the arrow, but only if traffic lights are not working. Option C, drivers in the proper lane must always come to a complete stop before making the movement indicated by the arrow.
Option D, drivers in the proper lane must make the movement indicated by the arrow while following directions indicated by traffic signals. The correct answer is option D. Drivers in the proper lane must make the movement indicated by the arrow while following directions indicated by traffic signals. Explanation. An arrow painted on the pavement within a traffic lane indicates the drivers in the lane must make the movement indicated by the arrow.
Drivers should follow directions given by any traffic signs or signals before proceeding in the direction indicated by the arrow.
Question 128.
When driving through a curve during the skills test, you should Option A. Veer from your lane if needed to complete the curve.
Option B. Reduce your speed after entering the curve.
Option C. Refrain from looking for other vehicles while turning.
Option D. Reduce your speed before entering the curve. The correct answer is option B. Reduce your speed after entering the curve. Explanation. When approaching a curve during the on-road driving skills test, you must reduce your speed sufficiently before entering the curve so that you do not need to further brake or shift in the curve.
Keep the vehicle in its lane and continue to check for traffic in all directions. Question 129. When you press the brake pedal in a vehicle with SCAM brakes, air pressure pushes out the rod and moves the Option A. Slack adjuster.
Option B. Axle.
Option C. Brake drum. Option D. Alcohol evaporator.
The correct answer is option A. Slack adjuster. Explanation.
When pressing the brake pedal in a vehicle with SCAM brakes, air will enter the brake chambers. The added air pressure will push out the rods and move slack adjusters, twisting the brake camshafts. Question 130. When approaching a blind intersection, you should Option A. Ride in the portion of the lane that will bring you into other drivers' fields of vision at the earliest possible moment. Option B. Always be in the left lane to be the farthest from oncoming traffic. Option C. Slowly sneak up to the intersection. Option D. Weave slightly in your lane so your headlight has a better chance of being spotted.
The correct answer is option A.
Ride in the portion of the lane that will bring you into other drivers' fields of vision at the earliest possible moment.
Explanation.
When approaching a blind intersection, move into the part of the lane that will bring you into an oncoming driver's field of vision at the earliest possible moment. For example, when approaching a blind corner to your right, you may be seen sooner if you are in the left portion of your lane and not in the center portion. Question 131.
Which vehicles must stop at all railroad crossings?
Option A. Pickup trucks. Option B. School buses and occupied passenger buses. Option C. Motorcycles. Option D. Vehicles towing a trailer.
The correct answer is option B.
School buses and occupied passenger buses.
Explanation. School buses with or without passengers, transit buses with passengers on board, and vehicles carrying explosives or flammable cargo must stop at all railroad crossings.
Question 132. Where should you never make a U-turn? Option A. At the crest of a hill. Option B. Near a curve. Option C. Where drivers cannot see you for 500 feet in both directions. Option D. Any of the above.
The correct answer is option A. At the crest of a hill. Explanation.
Do not make a U-turn at the crest of a hill, near a curve, or in a place where you or other drivers cannot see 500 feet away. You should only make a U-turn when it is safe to do so. Question 133. If you are being followed too closely on a multi-lane highway, you should Option A. Speed up to match the speed of the car behind you. Option B. Move into the lane to your right to let the car pass. Option C. Slow down but stay in the lane. Option D. Let the driver pass and then tailgate them.
The correct answer is option B. Move into the lane to your right to let the car pass. Explanation.
If you are being followed too closely on a multi-lane roadway, you should move into the lane to your right when the path is clear. On multi-lane roads, the far left lane is intended for use by faster vehicles passing slower vehicles. Question 134. When driving on a road that is not a freeway, drivers should look down the road at least blank ahead of their vehicle. Option A. 12 seconds. Option B. 10 seconds. Option C. 5 seconds. Option D. 3 seconds. The correct answer is option A. 12 seconds.
Explanation.
Drivers should always look down the road at least 12 seconds ahead of their vehicle, unless they are driving on a freeway. When on a freeway, Drivers should look 20 to 30 seconds ahead of their vehicle. Looking ahead may help prevent sudden stops or turns. Question 135.
When traveling more slowly than 40 miles per hour on a limited access highway, you should
Option A. Drive on the shoulder. Option B. Use your high beams. Option C. Sound your horn to warn others. Option D. Use your four-way flashers.
The correct answer is option D.
Use your four-way flashers.
Explanation.
If you must drive below 40 miles per hour on a limited access highway, you should use your hazard four-way flashers to warn the drivers behind you. Question 136. Seat belts are most effective when they are worn by Option A. The person driving the car. Option B. Passengers when they are on a long drive. Option C. All occupants of a car being driven on an expressway. Option D. All occupants of a car every time the car is driven.
The correct answer is option A.
The person driving the car.
Explanation.
When you drive, make sure each person in your vehicle wears a seat belt. In the event of a crash, a person without a seat belt becomes a flying object and a danger to each person in the vehicle. Question 137. When no signs, signals, or police tell you what to do at an intersection, the law states, Option A, that drivers on the right must yield to drivers on the left. Option B, nothing. There are no laws stating who must yield. Option C, that drivers going straight must yield to drivers turning left at the intersection. Option D, that drivers turning left must yield to drivers going straight through the intersection.
The correct answer is option A.
The drivers on the right must yield to drivers on the left.
Explanation.
In the absence of signs, signals, or police instructions, drivers turning left at an intersection must yield to vehicles going straight.
Question 138.
A steady yellow traffic signal means that a blank light will soon appear. Option A, flash in yellow. Option B, steady green. Option C, steady red. Option D, flashing red.
The correct answer is option C. Steady red. Explanation.
A steady yellow light on a traffic signal indicates that a steady red light will soon appear. Question 139. When inspecting the exhaust system for defects, which of the following should be fixed? Option A, missing mounting brackets or clamps. Option B, a broken exhaust pipe muffler or tailpipe. Option C, leaking exhaust system parts. Option D, all of the above.
The correct answer is option C.
Leaking exhaust system parts.
Explanation.
Exhaust system defects can be extremely serious because they may make it possible for poisonous fumes to enter into the cab or sleeper berth. Issues to check for in a pre-trip inspection include loose, broken, or missing exhaust pipes, mufflers, tailpipes, vertical stacks, mounting brackets, clamps, bolts, or nuts, exhaust system parts that are rubbing against fuel system parts, tires, or other moving parts of the vehicle, and exhaust system parts that are leaking. Question 140. When approaching a steady green traffic light, riders should Option A, continue riding unless there are vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the intersection. Option B, stop if a police officer is nearby. Option C, treat the intersection like a four-way stop. Option D, come to a complete stop before proceeding.
The correct answer is option A.
Continue riding unless there are vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the intersection.
Explanation. When approaching an intersection controlled by a steady green traffic light, yield to pedestrians, bicycles, and other vehicles still within the intersection. You may continue riding but should approach the intersection at a speed that will allow you to slow down and stop if the light changes to yellow before you get there.
Question 141. Driving at night is Option A, safer than driving during the day. Option B, just as safe as driving during the day. Option C, more dangerous than driving during the day. Option D, discouraged.
The correct answer is option C.
More dangerous than driving during the day.
Explanation.
Driving at night is more dangerous than driving during the day. It is more difficult for drivers to see hazards. The glare of headlights can affect drivers' vision, and there are more fatigued and impaired drivers on the road. Question 142. When driving in fog, you should: Option A. Use the windshield wipers. Option B. Use low beam headlights. Option C. Use high beam headlights. Option D. Use the air conditioning.
The correct answer is option B.
Use low beam headlights.
Explanation.
If you must drive in fog, you should use your low beam headlights and fog lights even during the daytime. Question 143.
You must stop at a railroad crossing when:
Option A. Directed to do so by a flagger. Option B. It is controlled by a stop sign. Option C. Flashing red signals and gates are present and operating. Option D. All of the above.
The correct answer is option A.
Directed to do so by a flagger.
Explanation. You must stop at a railroad crossing when directed to do so by a flag or stop sign.
Stop when flashing red signals and gates are present and operating. Question 144. If a green arrow turns into a solid green light, you'll: Option A. May still turn, but you must yield to oncoming traffic. Option B. May no longer turn and must proceed straight. Option C. Still have the right of way to turn. Option D. No longer have to turn in the direction that the arrow indicated.
The correct answer is option A. May still turn, but you must yield to oncoming traffic. Explanation. If a green arrow turns into a solid green light, you may still turn in the direction that the arrow was pointing, but you must first yield to pedestrians and oncoming traffic.
Question 145.
You may turn right on red if you:
Option A. Stop first and check for traffic and pedestrians. Option B. Are facing a red arrow. Option C. Are in the left lane. Option D. Slow down first.
The correct answer is option A.
Stop first and check for traffic and pedestrians.
Explanation. Unless a posted sign prohibits turning right on red, you may turn right at a steady red light.
You must first come to a complete stop and yield to pedestrians and other traffic. Question 146. Do not make a U-turn unless you can be seen from both directions for at least Option A. 100 feet. Option B. 200 feet. Option C. 300 feet. Option D. 500 feet. The correct answer is option D. 500 feet.
Explanation.
Never make a U-turn where you cannot see or be seen for at least 500 feet in both directions. Locations where you should not make a U-turn include near the top of a hill and within a curve. Question 147. You may turn right on red. Option A. When there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Option B. Before pedestrians have crossed any intersecting crosswalks. Option C. After coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. Option D. Before coming to a complete stop.
The correct answer is option A.
When there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red.
Explanation. You may turn right on a red light after coming to a full stop.
You may only turn if it is safe to do so, and if there is no sign prohibiting the turn on a red light. Be watchful for pedestrians crossing in front of your vehicle.
Question 148.
HOV lanes are reserved for: Option A. Vehicles with multiple passengers. Option B. Motorcycles. Option C. Government vehicles. Option D. Vehicles with one occupant.
The correct answer is option D.
Vehicles with one occupant.
Explanation.
HOV stands for high occupancy vehicles. HOV lanes are reserved for vehicles with more than one occupant. Signs indicate how many people must be in the vehicle, as well as the days and hours during which the restriction applies. Question 149. A steady yellow light at an intersection means:
Option A. Go. Option B. Yield to other cars.
Option C, slow down and prepare to stop. Option D, stop.
The correct answer is option C.
Slow down and prepare to stop.
Explanation.
A steady yellow light indicates that a steady red light will soon appear. If you are driving toward an intersection and a yellow light appears, slow down and prepare to stop. If you are already within the intersection or cannot stop safely before entering the intersection, continue through carefully. Question 150. Column 2 of the hazardous materials table contains Option A, the names of the materials. Option B, where the materials originated.
Option C, special provisions for the materials.
Option D, the costs of the materials.
The correct answer is option A,
the names of the materials.
Explanation.
Column 2 of the hazardous materials table lists the proper shipping names and descriptions of regulated materials.
Question 151. What is the only way to reduce your blood alcohol concentration, BAC?
Option A, drink coffee.
Option B, allow your body time to get rid of the alcohol. Option C, exercise.
Option D, eat a large meal.
The correct answer is option C, exercise. Explanation.
The only method that effectively reduces your BAC is not drinking alcohol for a period of time. Coffee, exercise, and cold showers cannot reduce your BAC or change the effects of alcohol. They can help you remain awake, but they cannot change your BAC or make you sober.
Question 152.
A red and white triangular sign at an intersection means Option A, slow down if an emergency vehicle is approaching. Option B, look both ways as you cross the intersection. Option C, always come to a full stop at the intersection. Option D, slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary.
The correct answer is option D,
slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary.
Explanation.
A triangular red and white yield sign means that you must decrease speed as you approach an intersection and yield the right-of-way to any vehicles or pedestrians in the intersection.
You must be prepared to stop if conditions require it.
Question 153. What are the consequences of driving under the influence of alcohol or other drugs? Option A, possible imprisonment. Option B, a mandatory fine. Option C, driver license revocation. Option D, all of these choices.
The correct answer is option C, driver license revocation. Explanation.
Driving under the influence can be punished by a fine, jail sentence, and / or suspension or revocation of your license. Question 154. When uncoupling a trailer, landing gear should be Option A, raised completely. Option B, lowered halfway. Option C, just off the pavement. Option D, firmly on the ground.
The correct answer is option A,
raised completely.
Explanation.
Landing gear, or trailer supports, should always be completely raised before a vehicle is driven. When uncoupling, landing gear should be lowered to make firm contact with the ground. If a trailer is loaded when it is being uncoupled, you should lower the landing gear and turn the crank a few additional times to remove some weight from the trailer. Question 155. A good defensive driver. Option A, drives slowly at all times. Option B, looks out for the actions of other drivers. Option C, travels at a constant speed. Option D, only drives in familiar areas.
The correct answer is option B,
looks out for the actions of other drivers.
Explanation.
Even the most experienced drivers can be distracted while driving.
A defensive driver looks out for the actions of other drivers and anticipates potential problems.
Question 156.
Under ideal driving conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least
Option A, 3 to 4 seconds. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 5 to 7 seconds. Option D, 10 seconds.
The correct answer is option A,
3 to 4 seconds.
Explanation. Under ideal driving conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least 3 to 4 seconds. If roads are slippery, your following distance should never be less than 4 seconds. Anytime conditions are less than perfect, you should increase your following distance.
Question 157. You may drive in an HOV lane if
Option A. You are driving more quickly than the flow of traffic. Option B. You are driving more slowly than the flow of traffic.
Option C. Your vehicle has multiple occupants. Option D. You are trying to get somewhere quickly.
The correct answer is option C.
Your vehicle has multiple occupants.
Explanation.
Some highways reserve the left lane for vehicles with multiple occupants. These high-occupancy vehicle HOV lanes are identified by signs and diamond pavement symbols. Question 158.
What does driving interstate mean?
Option A. Traveling within a single state. Option B. Traveling from one state to another state. Option C. Traveling mostly within one state. Option D. A limited access roadway.
The correct answer is option A.
Traveling within a single state.
Explanation. Interstate commerce is defined as when you drive a CMV only within a single state, and the cargo you are carrying is not part of a trip that began or will end outside of the state.
Question 159. If your front wheel begins to skid, you should Option A. Not be worried. Option B. Continue to brake using the front wheel. Option C. Immediately release the front brake and reapply it. Option D. Immediately release the front brake and use only the rear brake.
The correct answer is option C.
Immediately release the front brake and reapply it.
Explanation.
A locked front wheel can be very dangerous. If your front wheel locks, release the front brake immediately and reapply it firmly. Question 160. When parked facing downhill, your front wheel should be Option A. Aiming straight ahead. Option B. Turned toward the curb. Option C. Turned away from the curb. Option D. None of the above.
The correct answer is option B. Turned toward the curb. Explanation.
When parked facing downhill, your front wheels should be turned toward the curb. This way, should your brakes fail, your car will roll away from traffic. Question 161. During the day, if your vehicle is carrying a load that extends more than 4 feet beyond the rear of your vehicle, you should Option A. Attach 2 white reflectors to the sides of the load. Option B. Attach a red flag to the rearmost point of the load. Option C. Attach a red lamp to the side of the load. Option D. Attach a yellow flag to the rearmost point of the load.
The correct answer is option B. Attach a red flag to the rearmost point of the load. Explanation.
If you are driving during the day while carrying a load that extends more than 4 feet beyond the rear of your vehicle, you are required to attach a red flag to the rearmost point of the load. The red flag should be at least 12 square inches. Question 162. If a road is wet, it will usually be most slippery. Option A. On the outer edges of the lanes. Option B. In the left wheel tracks. Option C. In the right wheel tracks. Option D. In the center portion of each lane.
The correct answer is option D. In the center portion of each lane. Explanation. The center of a lane can be especially hazardous when wet.
When it starts to rain, avoid this area by riding in the tire tracks left by cars. Question 163. During normal weather and traffic conditions, keep a minimum following distance of
Option A. 1 second.
Option B. 2 seconds. Option C. 3 seconds. Option D. 4 seconds.
The correct answer is option C.
3 seconds.
Explanation.
The more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you have to react. Keep a minimum following distance of 3 seconds during normal weather and traffic conditions. Increase your following distance during unusual weather or traffic conditions. Question 164.
You may turn left on a red light if
Option A. There is no traffic coming from the opposite direction. Option B. You are turning from a two-way street onto a one-way street. Option C. You are turning from a one-way street onto another one-way street. Option D. The car in front of you turns left.
The correct answer is option B.
You are turning from a two-way street onto a one-way street.
Explanation. You may turn left after stopping at a red light if you are in the left lane of a one-way street and are turning onto another one-way street, unless a posted sign prohibits it.
You must first stop and yield to pedestrians and other traffic. Question 165. When should you use a three-point turnabout? Option A. Anytime. Option B. When driving in heavy traffic. Option C. Only when driving on a street that is too narrow for you to make a U-turn and you cannot go round the block. Option D. When driving on a one-lane, one-way street.
The correct answer is option C.
Only when driving on a street that is too narrow for you to make a U-turn and you cannot go round the block.
Explanation.
A three-point turnabout is the most difficult and dangerous way to perform a turnabout.
Use it only when the road is too narrow for you to safely make a U-turn and you are not able to go round the block.
This type of turn should only be used on a two-lane roadway. Question 166.
If you are turning left and there are two available left turn lanes, which lane should you choose?
Option A. The left lane. Option B. The right lane. Option C. Either lane. Option D. Trucks should not turn where there are two left turn lanes.
The correct answer is option D.
Trucks should not turn where there are two left turn lanes.
Explanation.
A large vehicle may need to swing right to make a left turn. If an intersection has two left turn lanes, the driver should choose the right and land to begin their turn. Question 167. If pedestrian hybrid beacon signal lights are black, it means Option A. Drivers may proceed with caution. Option B. Drivers should slow down and prepare to stop. Option C. Drivers should come to a complete stop. Option D. There are no pedestrians nearby.
The correct answer is option A.
Drivers may proceed with caution.
Explanation.
Pedestrian hybrid beacons are used at pedestrian crossings. If the lights on the signal turn black, drivers should proceed past the crosswalk with caution. Question 168. A load extending more than blank beyond the rear of a vehicle must be marked by a red flag during the day. Option A. 1 foot. Option B. 2 feet. Option C. 3 feet. Option D. 4 feet.
The correct answer is option D. 4 feet. Explanation. If a load extends more than 4 feet past the rear of a vehicle, it must be marked by a red flag when being transported during the day in clear weather. The flag should be no less than 12 inches square. Red lights are required when transporting a load in times of limited visibility. Question 169. What is the Johnson bar? Option A. A hand valve that works the trailer brakes. Option B. A valve that indicates the fuel level. Option C. A valve that measures the amount of liquid in the air brake system. Option D. A valve that allows for the release of excess pressure in the braking system. The correct answer is option A.
A hand valve that works the trailer brakes.
Explanation.
The trailer hand valve, also called the trolley valve or Johnson bar, is used to work the trailer brakes. It should be used only to test the brakes. Question 170. It is unlawful to Option A. Pass a school bus that is using its flashing red lights and has its stop arm extended. Option B. Pass within 100 feet of any intersection. Option C. Pass within 100 feet of any railroad crossing. Option D. All of the above.
The correct answer is option C.
Pass within 100 feet of any railroad crossing.
Explanation.
There are a number of situations where it is unlawful for drivers to pass. Drivers may not pass a school bus that is loading or unloading children. Passing is prohibited within 100 feet of a railroad crossing, within 100 feet of an intersection, and within any other designated no-passing zone. Question 171. Drivers who eat and drink while driving. Option A. Make no driving errors. Option B, have trouble driving slowly. Option C, are better drivers because they are not hungry. Option D, have trouble controlling their vehicles.
The correct answer is option D. Have trouble controlling their vehicles. Explanation.
Choosing to eat, drink, or smoke while driving is dangerous because these actions require a driver to remove their hands from the wheel and their eyes from the road. Drivers who engage in distracting activities while driving have trouble staying in their lanes and controlling their vehicles. Question 172. When driving in winter weather, drivers should allow for at least blank the normal stopping distance. Option A, 3 times. Option B, 2 times. Option C, 5 times. Option D, 10 times.
The correct answer is option A.
3 times.
Explanation.
Snow and ice make roads very slippery.
Hard-packed snow increases the danger of skidding.
Allow for at least 3 times the normal stopping distance to slow down. Question 173. What does a lane use control signal displaying a green arrow indicate? Option A. The signal is about to change to a red X. Option B. Drivers should not drive in this lane. Option C. Drivers may use the indicated lane only to make a left turn. Option D. Drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane.
The correct answer is option D.
Drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane.
Explanation.
Lane use control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a green arrow, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane.
Question 174.
A driver under the age of 21 can be charged with operating a vehicle after underage consumption if they drive with a minimum blood alcohol content, BSC of Option A, 0.01%. Option B, 0.1%. Option C, 0.08%. Option D, 0.02%.
The correct answer is option C, 0.08%. Explanation. A driver under the age of 21 can be charged with operating a vehicle after underage consumption if they drive with a minimum blood alcohol content, BSC between 0.02 and 0.08%.
This can result in license suspension for between 60 days and 2 years. Question 175. A single broken white line down the center of a 2-lane road indicates Option A. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so.
The correct answer is option D.
Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so.
Explanation.
White lines are used to separate traffic moving in the same direction. Dashed lines indicate that drivers directly next to the line are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Question 176. When you see or hear an emergency vehicle coming, you should Option A. Stop immediately and let the vehicle pass.
Option B. Drive as far toward the right side of the road as is safe and stop.
Option C. Proceed slowly and permit the vehicle to pass. Option D. Keep moving slowly, staying to the right side of the road.
The correct answer is option B. Drive as far toward the right side of the road as is safe and stop. Explanation.
When driving on a 2-lane roadway or undivided highway, you must yield to an emergency vehicle using its lights and slasher siren, regardless of the direction from which it is approaching. Immediately drive as near as possible to the right side of the road and stop, taking care not to stop within an intersection. Question 177. When approaching a traffic signal displaying a steady green arrow, drivers, Option A, should merge into a lane in the direction of the arrow. Option B, should slow to a stop, if it is safe to do so. Option C, may turn in the direction of the arrow after yielding to traffic and pedestrians already in the intersection. Option D, may drive straight through the intersection.
The correct answer is option C.
May turn in the direction of the arrow after yielding to traffic and pedestrians already in the intersection.
Explanation.
A green arrow displayed on a traffic signal tells drivers that they may turn in the direction of the arrow.
You must be in the proper lane for such a turn.
Yield the right-of-way to vehicles and pedestrians already in the intersection. Question 178. Front wheel braking works. Option A, only on packed snow. Option B, under all conditions. Option C, only if the road is dry. Option D, under most conditions.
The correct answer is option B.
Under all conditions.
Explanation.
Front wheel braking is effective under all road conditions. It is unlikely that you will experience a front wheel skid even on ice. Question 179.
At an uncontrolled intersection, you must
Option A, take the right-of-way cautiously. Option B, wait for other drivers to signal for you to go. Option C, slow down and yield to any vehicle already in the intersection and to the drivers who arrived before you. Option D, speed up and clear the intersection quickly.
The correct answer is option C.
Slow down and yield to any vehicle already in the intersection and to the drivers who arrived before you.
Explanation.
At an intersection where there is no stop sign, yield sign, or traffic signal, drivers must yield to vehicles in the intersection and to those which arrived first. Question 180. If a person under 21 years of age consumes alcohol but is not driving a motor vehicle, the penalty for a first offense is Option A, a 90-day driver license suspension and up to a $500 fine. Option B, a 6-month probation. Option C, a sentence to a corrections institution. Option D, points on their driving record.
The correct answer is option A.
A 90-day driver license suspension and up to a $500 fine.
Explanation. The minimum penalties for a first underage drinking offense are a fine of up to $500 plus court costs and a 90-day suspension.
Question 181. What does a lane control signal with a green arrow above a reversible lane indicate? Option A, the signal is about to change to a red X. Option B, drivers should not drive in this lane. Option C, drivers may use this lane only to make a left turn. Option D, drivers may drive normally in this lane.
The correct answer is option D.
Drivers may drive normally in this lane.
Explanation.
Lane control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a green arrow, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. Question 182.
If your front tire goes flat.
Option A, the steering will feel heavy. Option B, there will be no effect on handling. Option C, the back of the motorcycle will jerk from side to side. Option D, you will lose power to the brakes.
The correct answer is option A.
The steering will feel heavy.
Explanation.
If your front tire goes flat, steering will feel heavy. A front wheel flat is very dangerous because it affects your ability to steer. Question 183. When exiting the interstate, drivers should begin to decelerate. Option A, as they turn on their blinker to enter the deceleration lane. Option B, when they realize they are nearing their exit. Option C, after turning into the deceleration lane. Option D, when nearing the end of the deceleration lane.
The correct answer is option C.
After turning into the deceleration lane.
Explanation.
When exiting the interstate, you must use the deceleration lane. This lane is designed to allow you to slow down before reaching the exit ramp without being a hazard to other vehicles on the freeway.
Question 184.
Rough acceleration. Option A is a good way to stay awake on long trips. Option B is distracting. Option C can cause mechanical damage. Option D should be used to prevent rust from forming.
The correct answer is option C.
Can cause mechanical damage.
Explanation.
Always accelerate smoothly and gradually so that your vehicle does not jerk.
Rough acceleration can cause mechanical damage.
Question 185. At night, it is hardest to see. Option A, road signs. Option B, pedestrians. Option C, other motorists. Option D, street lights.
The correct answer is option B, pedestrians. Explanation.
Compared to signs and other roadside objects, pedestrians are hardest to see at night. Question 186.
To prepare for anything coming up on the road ahead, you should.
Option A, stare straight ahead at all times. Option B, continually scan the entire road and all roadsides. Option C, consistently ride 10 miles per hour under the speed limit.
Option D, maintain focus toward the middle of the road. The correct answer is option B.
Continually scan the entire road and all roadsides.
Explanation. Your ability to handle dangerous traffic situations depends largely on searching for and identifying problems before meeting them.
Looking far ahead of your vehicle does not mean you should simply stare at the center of the road. You need to continually scan the entire road, including the sides of the road. Question 187. Another driver is trying to pass your car.
You should.
Option A, pull off the road. Option B, signal to the other driver when it is safe for them to pass. Option C, check for oncoming traffic and adjust your speed to allow safe passing. Option D, speed up.
The correct answer is option C.
Check for oncoming traffic and adjust your speed to allow safe passing.
Explanation. Keep right when another driver begins to pass you on the left. Check for oncoming traffic and adjust your speed to let the passing vehicle move back into the right lane as easily as possible. Question 188. Where should your hands ideally be positioned on the steering wheel? Option A, 3 and 9 o'clock. Option B, 1 and 11 o'clock. Option C, 2 and 10 o'clock. Option D, 4 and 8 o'clock. The correct answer is option 3 and 9 o'clock. Explanation.
Both hands should be placed on the outside of the steering wheel at the 3 and 9 o'clock positions to maintain control of the vehicle.
Placing your hands at the 2 and 10 o'clock positions is no longer recommended because it can be dangerous in a vehicle equipped with airbags.
Question 189.
If the rear of your vehicle starts to skid left, you should.
Option A, steer left. Option B, hit your brakes.
Option C, accelerate.
Option D, steer right.
The correct answer is option A, steer left. Explanation. If your vehicle starts to skid on a wet or icy road, look and steer in the direction you want to go.
If the rear of your vehicle is skidding to the left, turn the wheel to the left. If the rear of your vehicle is skidding to the right, turn the wheel to the right.
Question 190. You should honk your horn when you.
Option A, are traveling through an intersection. Option B, are passing a bicyclist. Option C, see a child who is about to run into the street. Option D, are parallel parking.
The correct answer is option C.
See a child who is about to run into the street.
Explanation.
Your horn should be used as a warning in situations where you think another driver or a pedestrian does not see you. For example, if a child begins to run into the street in front of your vehicle, you should sound your horn.
Question 191.
Many crashes are caused by. Option A, drivers traveling too fast for conditions. Option B, drivers consistently checking their mirrors and blind spots. Option C, drivers yielding the right of way. Option D, drivers maintaining a 4-second following distance.
The correct answer is option A.
Drivers traveling too fast for conditions.
Explanation.
Many crashes are caused by drivers who are driving too fast for conditions. Always drive within the legal speed limits and decrease your speed any time conditions are less than perfect.
Question 192.
To enter a freeway, Option A. Signal, yield to existing traffic, and enter at the same speed that traffic is moving. Option B. Signal and enter the freeway. Freeway traffic must yield. Option C. Drive slowly so you can check traffic. Option D. Always come to a complete stop first.
The correct answer is option A.
Signal, yield to existing traffic, and enter at the same speed that traffic is moving.
Explanation.
When merging into traffic, you should signal and enter at the same speed that traffic is moving. Always yield to other traffic when entering a roadway. Question 193.
If an anti-lock braking system ABS is equipped on a trailer but not on a tractor.
Option A. The truck should not be driven because ABS needs to be on both the tractor and trailer. Option B. The truck should be driven more slowly than usual. Option C. The tractor should not be used in a new tractor with ABS should be located. Option D. The tractor and trailer can still be used together.
The correct answer is option D.
The tractor and trailer can still be used together.
Explanation. A vehicle being equipped with anti-lock brakes on only the tractor or only the trailer provides additional control during braking. Question 194.
You may use a shared center turn lane. Option A. As a travel lane to pass other vehicles. Option B. To make a left turn onto another street, road, or driveway. Option C. To make a right turn onto another street, road, or highway. Option D. All of the above.
The correct answer is option A.
As a travel lane to pass other vehicles.
Explanation.
Drivers may use a shared center turn lane only for the purpose of making a left turn onto or from a roadway. A center turn lane is not a travel lane and may not be used for passing.
Question 195. You may not park within blank of a railroad crossing.
Option A. 15 feet. Option B. 25 feet. Option C. 40 feet. Option D. 50 feet. The correct answer is option D. 50 feet.
Explanation.
Drivers may not park within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. Park where drivers can clearly see your vehicle from both directions.
Question 196.
Downward-facing triangular signs. Option A. Indicate school zones. Option B. Tell drivers to yield. Option C. Indicate construction zones. Option D. Indicate railroad crossings.
The correct answer is option B.
Tell drivers to yield.
Explanation.
Downward-facing triangular signs usually indicate that drivers should yield. Once the road is clear of traffic or pedestrians and it is safe to do so, drivers may proceed. Question 197. If a traffic light is out of order, drivers should Option A. Treat the intersection as a four-way stop. Option B. Treat the intersection as a roundabout. Option C. Drive without stopping but proceed with caution. Option D. Assume they have the right-of-way.
The correct answer is option A.
Treat the intersection as a four-way stop.
Explanation.
If a traffic light is out of order, drivers should treat the intersection as a four-way stop. The driver who arrives at the intersection first has the right-of-way.
Question 198.
This road sign indicates a
Option A. The maximum safe speed for a residential area.
Option B. The maximum safe speed for an expressway exit.
Option C. The maximum safe speed for an expressway entrance.
Option D. The maximum safe speed for a work zone.
The correct answer is option B.
The maximum safe speed for an expressway exit.
Explanation.
This advisory speed sign indicates the maximum safe speed for a highway exit in this example, 30 miles per hour. Question 199. If a collision is possible, you should Option A. Choose to hit something that will give way rather than something that's rigid. Option B. Choose to hit something that's standing still rather than something moving toward you. Option C. Try to make the collision a glance-in blow or a sideswipe if you have to hit anything. Option D. All of the above.
The correct answer is option C.
Try to make the collision a glancing blow or a sideswipe, if you have to hit anything.
Explanation.
If there is no way to avoid a collision, try to hit something that will give way like bushes or shrubs rather than something hard. It is better to hit something moving in the same direction as you than something stationary, and better to hit something stationary than something coming toward you.
If you have to hit something, it's best if you hit it only with a glancing blow or sideswipe.
Question 200. When the driver behind you wants to pass, you should Option A, speed up. Option B, go the same speed.
Option C, slow down to allow room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete the pass easily.
Option D, change lanes.
The correct answer is option C. Slow down to allow room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete the pass easily. Explanation. When the driver behind you wants to pass, you should slow down so that there is enough room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete their pass.
This will allow them to complete the passing maneuver in less time and more easily.